Good morning from the Flying Can Ranch at Cedar Creek, Lake, Texas. The other night I posted a video where I had a Benjamin Durango and then I had a Beeman Longhorn, and I changed up the scope setup on it and the rail on the Longhorn, and I changed the scope on that again. So today what I want to do is show what I've done with the Longhorn. Later on I'm going to show you what I did with the Beeman Durango, the Benjamin Durango, I'm sorry. One's a 22, one's a 7.7. So the Longhorn is a 177 spring piston air gun. And I had problems with the scope sliding around, and I put a UTG rail on it, changed the scope a little bit. We're going to sit down there, show you what you can do with a really budget air gun. All right, so set this down here. I told you I thought these things had some good possibility around them. I've got it loaded up, ready to go. Let's go have some fun. Now, if it takes me a little longer to get back up here, it's been raining a lot, and there's areas in my yard that's kind of slick, so I gotta go around that a little bit. Moving on. One, two, three, right in a row. I'd stop recording right there, but we're gonna move on. So let me move these so I'm gonna set them over here so they don't get dirty. Very good, clean through. I'm missing a third one. I'm not quite sure. I should have collected these up. That's not him. I think he flew off. That's all right. I got two, and I pretty much know which ones they are. I'm not really finding that third one. I don't want to burn you out on this, so let's get these cans lined up and let's get busy. See if I can make that guy stay there a little bit. Definitely a good advantage here. Let me look around here. I wasn't really paying close attention. Oh, I think I found him right here. So we'll send him over here. I think that's the third one right there. All right, let's rock and roll. Let's load her up, ready to go. this first shot, I kind of forgot what I did. But I'm going to show you what we did here on this can. So, oh, something got me. First shot was a little high because I forgot how I set it up. And you can see where I stayed pretty good right in that one area. 177 caliber. Total devastation coming out the backside. And we'll get to something else in a minute. So that word, I didn't even work on the other can. I'm going to save that for the next video. Very clean on the pickle. Just took it right out. And I got all three of these. So you can see where I'm a little high on each one of these. You can see the hole right below my thumb there. So I probably could have dialed the scope down just a hair, but instead I worked with the gun instead. Again, a little high, but definitely drove right through, blew them right up, super good. So I'm really impressed with this. I mean, for a budget gun, and I'll go over some of the things that you're going to encounter with this. Spring piston, so you got to shoot accordingly. But you know, I got this for a really, really good price. So let's go back to the table, and we're going to talk about it. We're going to take another way, so I don't fall on my, it's very slick, all that mud right there. I went down a couple of times over there, wandering around doing something or other. Good old Texas sand there. Slime. So let's move on over here. I'll walk around this other way. And this is what happens when you have unsupervised adults playing around. we kind of destroyed both of those. You know, having a little competition. So going back to the point in hand. So there it is. There's the rail. Now the difference is I found a lower scope mount, and you can see. Now this is the Longhorn. I got this for on eBay. You can find it for a really good price. Any rate, but I had a problem with that scope mount, so I put this rail on, and you can see where I put it, just so far back. And then I've done a lot of shooting with this. You got 3 lock points here, and then 2 screws that go down and lock it onto the gun itself. Really good mount. And then I swapped out. I found a little 4x32 Ruger scope mounted on there. You do that with the open sights. Now, the only 2 cons I would say about this gun is, number one, it is loud. You know, it's a Springer. I love old Springers, you know, I really do. But you gotta kind of hold it in that military where you just let it rest on your front hand. Make sure you hold it the same way every time. The trigger's a little stiff. I worked on it. I got a little slack. It's a little crunchy, but as you can see, I made it work. And as a matter of fact, so I don't get confused here, this is a can that I had when I sighted it in, and you can see right there I was working up and down. I hit various places, so I was hitting real low, drilled it right apart, came out the other side. So, and then later on today, I'm going to post this one here on the Durango. I put the Winchester scope on that one, and earlier today I was getting this result. So I'm covering 2 look at that. Look at that. I'm going to cover 2 budget air guns, but mainly we're focusing on the Durango, or I'm sorry, on the Longhorn. This is the Beeman. I believe they call it an RS. Let me make sure I'm sure it's a Sportsman's RS2 series, the Longhorn. They had various ones. The only thing I haven't done to either of these guns is I haven't put any Loctite on them. I did clean both barrels out real good. Again, this one's a Springer. This one's going to be a nitro piston. This one was 177. This one is going to be a 22. Now I did all this shooting with this one, with these H&Ns right here. We've had real good luck with them. I zoomed it in that way, and I had very, very good results. So that being said, if you're wanting to get into air guns, get on eBay, look around. I kind of looked around like Air Gun Depot and Pyramid. I couldn't find them on there. I'm not too sure if you can get them from Walmart or not, but I just got on eBay and ordered it in, came right in. And I didn't really like the scope. It had that plastic kind of lock ring, whereas this one is more of a metal type lock ring. You're not as prone to spring it, you know, and then everything's screwed after that. So, and then I took the UTG mounts. They're a little high. I bought them down. I put these mounts on, but I can see me getting a really good Winchester, you know, because the Winchesters are what, 54 bucks. This scope right here. It's not very expensive. Works real good for what I'm doing. You know, I do like the Manus, but for what I gave for that, and the Manus is the what is it, 3x9x40, like we put on hers and my other one. They're more like about 80 bucks. And then you get the UTG mounts, they're probably about $15, $16. And then, I don't know, by then you almost got into it. Well, not really. About, you know, I think I gave about $139 for this one. And I'd have to get back into my account. I don't remember exactly, but I found these at various prices. But I bought it in, and now you can see I'm hitting much better with it, much more accurate. You just got to play with it. I think this piece right here, the conversion, and of course you're going to have the Weaver type or Piccaninny type, stair type, you know, mounts to get that on there. But I don't know. I think those are like 17, 18 bucks. And I just happened to have a spare one laying around, so I locked it on her. And it seems to be holding really good, really tight. You know, like I said before, I had that little scope shot piece. It kept sliding back and coming off the gun. Because this thing has a lot of recoil to it. You know, Springers are famous for that. Now this one over here has the little hole in the receiver and the pin that you can put into that hole in the receiver, and that's what keeps it in place. So I wanted to share that with you. I'm going to get this posted up, and then we're going to work on the Durango next. And we'll put together the same kind of video, show what I'm doing with it, because I was this morning very quickly. Didn't take me very long to get that sighted in, get that going. You can see that's, you know, for hunting, pesting, you know, for its price point. I mean, it's 130 bucks, almost 140. And then the scope's like 54. I had the mounts laying around, so I just used those mounts. These are budget air guns, period. They're budget air guns. We're going to talk about that in the second video, little message to give you. So we'll get this posted up. You can see how this one worked. And now, I told you I thought this gun had some good potential. I believe I can string this thing out, especially if I put the Winchester on it. I could probably string this out to 50, 60 yards with no problem. And I think it's going to be dead accurate. So it had the potential to be accurate. I just had to find a way to get some kind of scope to stay in a spot. Frankie, what are you doing? Yeah, my girl come at her. See, oh, there's the other one. Yeah, when they get done water out here, it's going to be bath time. So, but I told you I thought both these had a greater potential. This one was doing pretty good off the top, but I wanted to amp it up a little bit. I reviewed both of these with a tabletop and a shooting review, but I'm really getting it on now and making it happen. So we'll get this posted up. I'll get another one made on this Durango. I'll get that posted up, and then I've got something brand new. I've only used one phase of it. Hopefully we'll get that recorded in today. I'm going to have to drive up Mesquite and pick her up today. Another car swapping thing going on here. And but that's how we do at the Flying Can Ranch. I just wanted to show that to you. You know, you just play with it and you're going to get dead on with it. It's budget, it's cheap, yes, it's loud, so you're going to have to be someplace where people aren't going to complain about it. But, and then we'll go from there. All right, so we're going to see you again in just a little bit. Later.